This woman just got engaged to her boyfriend. But right after the engagement she suddenly lost her memory. Her fiancé took her to the hospital for tests. She screamed and yelled like crazy. After tests and initial treatment, Jenny was diagnosed with a rare disease. A tumor had grown on her ovary. The antibodies from the tumor were attacking her brain. She would often have painful seizures in her hospital bed. Sometimes her heart would suddenly stop. Half a month after being hospitalized, Jenny fell into a coma. Her fiancé Jack stayed by her side the whole time. He hoped she would wake up, but Jack didn't know at the time. His wait would last a full 8 years. The two first met at a party. A co-worker had been inviting him for a while. Jack didn't like socializing but finally agreed to go. But he had eaten something bad the day before. At the party his face looked terrible. The girl sitting across from him noticed. That girl kept rolling her eyes at him. After the party ended, Jack walked to the bus stop alone. That girl caught up with him. She scolded him for ruining the atmosphere. Jack explained that his stomach hurt. That's why he looked so bad. The girl realized she had misunderstood him. She quickly ran across the street. When she came back she was holding a heating pad. Seeing how much she cared, Jack felt warmth in his heart. When they were saying goodbye, the girl chased after the bus waving goodbye to Jack. Jack on the bus suddenly realized he had fallen for this girl. After that Jack started asking Jenny out. They went fishing at the beach together. Sometimes he would eat at the restaurant where Jenny worked. Jenny was a chef and would give him special treatment. She would always make him extra food. Naturally the two became a couple. Jack went to Jenny's house and met her parents. Jack was quiet and introverted. Jenny was outgoing and warm. The two were perfect for each other. They both knew the other person was the one they'd spend their life with. One day Jack took Jenny to the top of a mountain. They looked at the view of the whole city together. After dark, Jack gathered his courage and proposed to Jenny. Jenny said yes with tears in her eyes. They went to a wedding planning shop. They started preparing for their wedding. They were full of hope for the future. But danger was already quietly approaching. This woman had a rare disease. She kept seeing things that weren't there. She couldn't control her body. Eventually, she fell into a coma, but her boyfriend never gave up on her. Jack took care of her every day. A miracle happened. She woke up. Jack was so excited, but the doctor told him something. Jenny had lost all her memories. She was like a newborn baby now. She didn't remember anything. But for Jack, there was hope. Jenny waking up meant everything. A year later, Jenny moved to a rehab center. Jack stayed with her through rehab. He helped her learn about the world again. Jenny slowly regained movement in her upper body. She could make simple sounds too. Another year passed. It was New Year's again. A New Year's show was on TV. She suddenly started humming along to the music. Jack saw this. He got excited. He thought she would remember soon. And she did start to recover. Jenny could talk again. She remembered many people and things. But when she looked at Jack, her eyes were blank. She didn't recognize him. Being forgotten like this was the most painful thing for Jack. Jack told Jenny they were engaged. Jenny could feel that this man loved her, but her memory was completely blank. This love felt like too much pressure. Every time someone asked about their relationship, Jenny felt deeply guilty. She felt terrible. This was the most painful feeling for her, to try to return his love. Jenny wrote down everything in notes. She was afraid she would forget again. She went alone to the places Jack said they used to date. She wanted to find even a small memory. Then a sudden rainstorm came. It broke her down completely. Jack watched her suffer in guilt. He suddenly realized something. He was the one causing her pain. He stood by the river for a long time. He made a painful decision. Jack took Jenny to the place where he proposed.
でもこれからは自分を大切にして生きてほしいんだ。
One last time, he gave her back to her parents. When he was truly alone, the tears he'd been holding back finally fell.